Hello, and welcome to another edition of All or Not According to Jack. So, as you see, this is a new background that I am showing off. It is of the Great Sacandaga Lake in upstate New York, while I am down here on Long Island, and the wind and the rain continue to pound the crap out of us on this very rainy Monday night. But here I am with another album review ready to go. And for tonight, we're going to talk about the Swedish metal band Hammerfall. So, Hammerfall released probably about a month ago now. They released their 12th album. It's called Hammer of Dawn. So, how I came to discover Hammerfall. So back in the late 90s, I was looking for new metal bands to try out. I was getting a little bored of listening to the same old thing, but I love that classic sounding metal, that Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and Saxon and Accept made so famous. Oh, and the Scorpions also. But I wanted to try a few other bands. So I went when the internet was a little younger at the time, I was surfing through and I found this site. I think it was called Ultimate Metal Reviews. I don't know if they still do it, but I do see some other sites that use Ultimate Metal in it, but I don't think they're the same as what this guy did. He was very cool. He rated them from, on a scale of 1 to 10. And I basically checked out some of the ones that he rated 90s and above, or high 80s and above. So Hammerfall fit the bill. So I tried them out. And it's funny, I think it was like 1998, 1999. They only had 2 albums out at that time. They had just released Legacy of Kings in 1998, and I checked it out. And you know what? I was going through some rough times in my life, and bought Legacy of Kings without ever hearing it before. Gave it a spin, and you want to know something? It was one of those bands that I liked immediately. I can say the same with Iced Earth and Primal Fear and Symphony X, bands of that nature that, came out in the 90s, and I really, really liked them. So today we have Hammerfall. So Hammerfall, I would say I have about 4 albums that I, really are high for me, that are, really, really good. Most of the other ones, they're pretty good too, but these 4 that stand out for me, Legacy of Kings, Crimson Thunder, Chapter 5, Unbent, Unbowed, Unbroken, and Revolution, which was something of a comeback album for them. And now they have a 12th album called Hammer of Dawn. So let's talk about Hammer of Dawn. If you look over my right shoulder, you can see the album cover of Hammer of Dawn. Kind of fits in with the sky. Anywho, so there's 10 songs, 46 minutes long. What I did was I rated each song. So the first song, Brotherhood, excuse me, first song, Brotherhood, I gave it a 4.5. Starts out with what would be a nice recurring theme, good songs, amazing lead breaks on this song. The only question is, would this be a really good album in keeping with those other 4 albums that I mentioned? Well, for the first song to be a 4.5, we're starting out pretty good. Next song is the title track, Hammer of Dawn. Gave that a 3.75. Has a synth beginning. It actually, if you listen to it in the beginning, it almost sounds like Sabaton, with that thunder, lightning. So yeah, it has kind of a Sabaton vibe with that, gang style vocals, lower register, chorus. Next one, No Son of Odin. Nice opening riff, clever. The lyrics are kind of clever, where they say "No Son of Odin," or whereas most bands like Manowar talk about Odin. So instead they're saying the polar opposite, "No Son of Odin." But I gave it a 4. Next song, Venerate Me, gave it a 4.25. The drums really stand out in this song for me. A really nice riff. I am a person that looks for the really good riffs first. I like lyrics, but to me, a good riff is what really is the main ingredient in a metal song for me. And No Son of Odin has it. Oh no, I'm sorry, Venerate Me has it. Next one, Reveries, probably got second to the lowest. Three songs got a 3.75, and Reveries was one of them. Bit of a slower number. Starts out as what sounds like a hymn for me. It does pick up toward the end. Oddly enough, at about the last minute of the song, there's a really nice melodic solo. Moving on, song number 6, Too Old to Die Young. Another clever title. Basically, it's just a typical middle of the road Hammerfall anthem. Nothing really catchy about it, but I gave it a 4. Next song, number 7, Not Today. That is the ballad of the album, but it's a really good ballad. I would say it's one of Hammerfall's better ballads. Joaquin Can's vocals are very nice, very melodic. Next song, Live Free or Die. Another 3.75. Has that gang backup vocals that are very common for Hammerfall. More of a typical Hammerfall type song. So now we get to the last 2 songs of the album, and what I really like about it is these songs. So Hammerfall, their better albums, their good stuff tends to be at the front of the album. In this album, Hammer of Dawn, 2 of their best songs are the last 2 songs of the album, State of the Wild, or State of the W period, I period, L period, D period. State of the Wild. I gave this a 4.5. Great riffs after a slow melodic opening. One of those songs that you really would like to see them play if you see them in concert. I have seen them twice over the years. Once I saw them at, what's the name of that place? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Well, one place was at Irving Plaza. That's what it was. The first place I saw them was at BB King's. Basically, so the members of the band, they were out touring Manhattan. I think it was the first time they were in New York. And they basically walked in the front door the same time I did. And, I didn't want to come across as being a really overzealous fan. So I just let them walk in and said my hellos, and that was that. So yeah, they played at BB King's. Then I saw them at Irving Plaza on another occasion. I think I saw them on the Chapter 5 on Bent, Unbowed, Unbroken for one of those tours. I forget which one. But yeah, so State of the Wild, one of those songs you'd like to see them play in concert if you're going to see them on this tour. Last song, gave it a No Mercy, gave it a 4.25. Another great riff, another great standout track. and a great album closer. So that's Hammerfall, Hammer of Dawn. I gave this album an overall score of 4.25, so that's quite good. So on this scale, that falls somewhere between great and excellent. Drink break. So that's my spiel tonight for Hammerfall. I hope you like the album. Check it out if you're looking for something new to, in the world of metal to listen to. It's, if you're not familiar with Hammerfall, they fall very much in the classic metal theme, somewhere between, say, maybe Iron Maiden and, their writing style and their lyrics are probably closest to Manowar. But a good band, so definitely check them out. This is Jack Toledano speaking for All or Not According to Jack. If you like what I do here on this channel, please subscribe. Please write down your comments and let me know how I'm doing. Always welcome constructive criticism as long as you're not too mean. I will say thank you in advance for that. So once again, on this cold, rainy night here on Long Island, which this picture shows you a different story. Have a good night, all. Bye.